All right, good evening, folks. I am Tetra, and I am joined here on commentary by Dracia. Welcome.
Thank you very much. How are you tonight?
I'm doing very well, thank you. And we have a very special, actually, the marathon debut of a Zelda randomizer that I created myself, along with contributions from many other folks in the community. It's called the Zelda 1 Randomizer for All, or ZORA, as a nice little backronym there. And thanks to everyone who contributed for the sprite incentive. I'm actually going to be playing with a Marin playable character and some Link's Awakening sprites that are going to be very, very lovely. So I think it's going to be a great run. And if someone could count me down, we can go ahead and get started.
Sure. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go.
Let's do the thing.
We're doing the thing. Okay, so we're starting off. Uh, Nothing really exciting in this cave that we can do yet, but at this point, I'm just going to be looking to see if we can find a nice pointy stick or some other weapon that I can actually use. Oh, did somebody say wood?
Well, there you go. There is our pointy stick. And for those who don't know, that empty cave that was on the very first screen, that is actually a potion shop. The shopkeeper there is silent until you show them the letter. Once you show them the letter, you can buy their wares, which you may or may not see are actually not potions. And here we have the Any Roads, which are very nice. There are four of them. They lead all over the overworld. And it looks like we might not need the raft this time.
Yeah.
And that brings us right over by the Armos,
Oh,
which is always a nice quick check to make.
yeah. Helps if you actually
And
pick up the heart from it, but that's all right.
as our good friend Chess Jerk likes to say, gotta have heart.
You gotta have heart. Oh, well, let's see. These are okay, any roads. The problem is the one on the east side isn't going to be very useful until, or this one here isn't going to be very useful until I'm able to get the raft. So let's see. Resume our exploration already in progress. Um, Dracia, it'd also be great if you could tell a little bit about how the caves are randomized and sort of what's randomized.
Absolutely. Pretty much everything that you can think to be randomized is randomized. Like that shop there, those are completely different from what the normal shops are. Literally every cave can be just about anything. That right there is Money in the Banana Stand. That is a rupee secret, where, as you see, Tetra got 30 rupees. The rupee secret is there are three different kinds. There's a small, medium, and large. That right there is a money-making game, or a gambler's corner, as some people like to call it.
Vegas, baby.
And Vegas, baby, indeed. Um, and as you can see where Tetra is heading right now, she's going to where as many Zelda 1 speedrunners and speedrun watchers know, nice bomb drop, is this is level 3 in the vanilla game. This is the first location that you go to in the actual speedrun. And as you can see, it is not level 3, it is in fact Puppy 2. And that was just by chance that there was a dungeon in the dungeon. Like I said, every location on the map is completely shuffled around. The Link's Awakening sprite set is just absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. Ooh, name that ink blot.
That is something for sure.
Uh-oh, looks like I am arrow blocked.
Yes, Tetra there is up against a Goma, which has to be killed with the bow and arrow, cannot be killed with any other weapon, unfortunately. So she can't go through the rest of the dungeon until she gets the bow and arrow. And something that you may have also seen, of course, is the shape of the dungeon. There's an algorithm as well where every single dungeon has its shape completely randomized. So we're going to get some fun shapes, and just like Rorschach tests, we like to say what the ink blot looks like to us.
Okay, we have a ladder on sale at the store here.
That is extremely important. Not only is it going to be required at some point, it is also a huge quality of life thing. And that's another thing, is that a lot of the important items that are necessary for game progression can show up in shops. The ladder is not a buyable item in vanilla. We helped Tammy pay for Cool Egg here. At least that was a nice door repair. Shout out to Toby Fox.
Yeah, I've had a lot of really great community suggestions for hints. So there's definitely a lot of Undertale represented in it. Ooh, like the palette here.
Ah, yes, Puppy 1. And now, this is not to say who's better or worse. There is, of course, another Zelda 1 randomizer that was created by Fred Coughlin. This differs greatly from Fred's randomizer. Both have their things that make them awesome. For us, this randomizer here, that ink blot is, that's a tank that has been turned upside down.
Yeah.
For ZORA, the compass will point to an item. There are, in levels 1 through 6, as well as level 9, there are 3 items. For 1 through 6, there's, well, technically kind of 3 items. In 1 through 6, you have the compass item, which is where the Triforce would typically be when you get the compass, the flashing icon. There is the heart item, which is dropped by the dungeon's boss, and there is the basement item. Now, levels 7, 8, and 9 have 2 basement items.
Ooh, did not get lucky there.
That is disappointing. And while level 7 and 8 have the heart item and the Triforce item as well, level 9, of course, does not, because you could say that the heart and the Triforce items are the Triforce of Power from the Beast being the boss item, and then the Triforce item being not an item, but a person. We did get some of our rupees back, which is very nice. And something that you may have noticed is how easy it is to kill the enemies. Since this is essentially a little bit more of a showcase than anything else, all of the enemy HP is set to 0, so we can see a lot of enemies dying pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Because the important part about the showcase is about the exploration.
Yeah, if BT's was playing this, then that might be different because he's like awesome at combat, but I am not quite at his level.
That is entirely fair. I mean, you're better at combat than I am, that's for sure.
Well, I'm trying to be modest here, so that's all good. Oh, I'm gonna keep
in
on.
chat-
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry, BT's in chat
Oh,
up above. They were asking, like, is the win condition right?
The win condition.
The win condition is to kill the beast and rescue the kidnapped. If that's what BT's asking.
Seems like.
Yeah, another unfortunate door repair, and it is a 24 rupee door repair, which is definitely on the high side, especially considering our medium secret is the vanilla 30 rupees. Not always fun to see larger door repairs.
Yeah, not so much, but at least we do have
Especially
another.
when it prevents you from buying that ladder.
Yeah. Well, at least I have a lot of convenient locations across Hyrule to buy that ladder.
Yeah, that is very true.
So as we
Um,
do this, I'm going to be checking off. Oh, no. Temmie.
oh,
Gosh. Should have flexed like Aaron.
oh, yes. Um, you may notice in lieu of a face camera, what Tetra has in the corner is a tracker. It's a tracker that's called Z Helper, and it shows. Okay, we have enough, almost.
Almost.
But what it shows is every screen in the overworld, um, and any of them that are not marked in red
Oh,
have something there, whether it's an open cave, a bomb wall like
that's
there,
cruel.
a very unfortunate forced bomb from the Tektite, um, or a burn bush or something like that.
Alright, before I do anything else, I'm going to buy that ladder because the last thing I want to do is send Temmie to Kulig again.
Yeah, our luck, it would be the entire Northeast would be Captain Crunch's Oops All Door repairs.
Yeah, or something else that's even worse. But yeah, no, we're doing
Yes.
okay.
And that key in the shop being so expensive, is to try to make the dungeon progression a little bit more exploration based, because there will be every there you go, speak of the devil. Every locked door in a dungeon will have a key in the dungeon leading up to it. So there's another potion shop, or potion in air quotes. So if for whatever reason a key does not show up, there is a purchasable key to prevent soft locking, but it is so expensive to prevent people from using it to cheese.
Alright.
We have Puppy 9. And here's another fun thing. In Vanilla level 9 and Z1R level 9, you need to have all 8 Triforce pieces, like there, in order to even enter level 9. But it actually came from a bug that we decided was no longer a bug, and it was actually a feature. There is a portion of level 9 that can be explorable without having all 8 Triforce pieces, and you may end up finding an item in level 9 that you need to progress in a different dungeon, so it would require a double dip. And that block that Tetra checked there was to see if there could potentially be a staircase of some sort.
Like this one right here.
Yes. So just about every room. Oh look, we've got another stabby stick.
Yep.
Just
Also
about-
should talk about incremental upgrades.
Oh yes, that is an excellent thing. So all of the upgrades in the game, the sword, the blue ring, red ring, the blue candle, red candle, the wooden arrow, silver arrow, those are all incremental. So you can't just find the magical sword outright or find the silver arrows outright. You actually have to... Oh, here's another level.
Yep, we'll come back to that in one sec. I just want to close out and take care of the top of the waterfall right here first, but then we'll go check that out.
Absolutely. So what you saw when Tetra found the first sword, it was the wood sword, and she got the wood sword. And then you saw another wood sword that she found in the basement of level 9, and that changed her sword sprite on the A button to the white sword. So they are incremental. So three wooden swords would get you the magical sword, etc., etc.
Yep, exactly. Sorry, I'm trying to juggle tracking and playing at the same time, so I'm a little bit preoccupied. Uh, but yeah,
I mean,
that was
you're
the.
doing awesome.
Yep. Oh, and I should probably have noted that in 9 there is a sword that I picked up. Yeah. Yep. This also, the tracker wasn't exactly designed for this particular randomizer, so. Yeah. Oh yeah, BT's also pointed out about the scrolling. Yeah, this is actually the same speed. Ooh, someone set up us the bomb upgrade, which I will gladly take. Not the biggest upgrade, but every little bit counts, right?
Extra bombs are extra bombs, and you know, as long as you don't need to buy another progression item, you should be fine. And I
Yeah,
mean, you haven't found any of the large secrets yet.
I think I found one of them so far, but yeah, this should be fine. Okay, I'm intentionally not picking up that clock because when you pick up a clock in a room, it stops the enemies from moving. And with wall masters, that means they'll hide in the walls and you can't actually kill them. So one of the rare enemies where that's not actually very useful.
And that can also, in some cases, lead to. I wouldn't call it a soft lock. I would call it like a soft lock, in a sense. To where if all of the shutter doors close behind you and you get a clock drop from the wall masters and you don't clear the room, none of the shutter doors will open and you'll have to basically death warp or up A as we like to call it, because you get the save and continue screen if you are in the pause menu and press up and A on the second controller.
That's quite the inkblot we have going here. Ooh.
That is something.
Or is it Kuribo shoe? I don't know what it is.
Or the Pegasus boots.
That could be. Now the question is, where is the magic bomb hole that we need to do? We need to actually progress.
Well, the magic bomb hole is that transport staircase that you dipped in and out of.
This is why I keep you along, Dracia, because I totally forgot about that. You know, you'd think I would made this randomizer, I would know a thing or two about it.
I mean, it is very, very easy to miss that. You know, you pop in and out of a transport staircase and you're like, oh yeah, just got to keep exploring around. Oh crap, where do I go now?
Yeah, it's like when you come out of the subway in New York City. Ooh.
Yes.
Level 1 item stairway has a new fencing weapon. All right.
So that's level 1 is going to have our last incremental upgrade, and here's a very fun thing about hints that we on the development team decided to collectively work on is every hint is actually formatted as a haiku. And we've got the bow in level 8, which is very, very nice. We are a third of the way to go mode.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we got the D.
Yep. Now we just need the 2 eyes.
Yes, exactly. And I'm not talking about Patra either.
Oh gosh. You know, the more I practiced Patra, the more it actually became my favorite boss. Terrifying to run into when you're on, you know, Wood Sword 3 Hearts, but it's still so much fun when you like start to get the hang of things.
Ooh, a single
and
rupee.
so level 8 will have another item staircase, and it will also have the item that a boss will drop, and then beyond the boss room, in the quote-unquote Triforce room, there'll be the compass item.
Yep, exactly. It's also worth talking a little bit about how the dungeons are different than in other randomizers and how they're actually not totally 100% randomly generated, but are usually using procedural generation, which means they're sort of created kind of randomly, but still in the style of the original dungeons.
Yes, so there's still a degree of linear progression within the dungeons.
Hmm. So it looks like I might be going in a dead end here. Or maybe not. Oh, we have a dig dogger.
Oh, so a dig dogger has to be. You have to have the recorder in order to kill dig dogger, which unfortunately we do not have. So our progression through level 8 is halted.
Yeah.
In some other randomizers, there could be a workaround, but that is meant to be a block.
Oops.
Again, there's a degree of linearity within the dungeons in this rando.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to come back to this one later, which is unfortunate. The other thing that's really unfortunate is that I really want to be able to pick up that candle, but I don't have enough heart containers to do that yet. So what I might do, let me see. How about picking up the... I'm trying to think how I want to route this. I guess
Very carefully.
Yeah, very carefully indeed. I'll start with the... Because I know how I would route it if I had a candle, but... Let's start by at least checking the 2 bomb caves nearby. Yeah, that's going to be a nope.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, we're just going to nope out of that door repair there.
The fun part about door repairs is that if you save and quit, or even continue. Okay, that's a nice small secret. Small secrets in vanilla are 10 rupees. That was 17. Very good. So if you do an up A reset before the door repair text has finished, you will actually skip out on the door repair.
And by skipping the door repair and going to that other secret, I was able to get a pretty nice amount of rupees here.
Very much so.
But I'm going to keep going and probably head up over to Death Mountain, because when you have a lot of bombs and no candle, that's a good place that's rich in places to look for levels and other items. Oh, there... Gosh, that owl really just had to ruin things, didn't he?
Oh, of course.
Darn.
Well, I mean, I guess 45 is out. But that's neither here nor there.
And that's kind of ironic. An item that I need more heart containers to pick up, which is a heart container.
Yeah, it's nice and poetic there. And the 2 items that you need hearts to pick up are the white sword item, so to speak. In vanilla, you would need 5 hearts to pick up the white sword, and then the mags item, so to speak, again, where you would need 12 hearts to pick up the magical sword. Right here, we are going to explore Spectacle Rock here. Which, in my personal opinion, it is my least favorite area to route in. I can never get a comfortable route for it without going out of my way or orphaning something. But we do find the banana stand, and we get 119 rupees. So that more than makes up the bomb upgrade that was purchased, and we can afford another one. And we continue to have a lot of potion shops. I am very, very curious to see what will be prescribed to us.
I think actually in this build of the randomizers that I'm playing with, the potions aren't actually randomized. Because of the need to vet a seed, I'm actually not using the latest version that you would get to if you went to the website. But in later versions, the potion item actually is randomized. So you could have a really interesting situation where you need the letter that you would normally need just to pick up potions, but that letter could actually be required to pick up a different item. So getting progression involved. So just another neat feature that is present in this randomizer.
Speaking of the letter, the cave where you would in vanilla ordinarily get the letter is also randomized.
Ring, 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 banana phone.
Actually, speak of the devil, there we go. And
yeah, good timing.
yeah, something we've put together for the letter item is that whatever item it is, there is some sort of pun about it.
Yep.
Because we love puns.
Wolfman was asking, was that the letter in chat? And yes, that was the letter item. Ooh, limit 1 per customer. Definitely gonna have to go with the heart container.
Ah, yes, the two genders, potions and hearts.
Another one of my favorite messages there. Should probably also talk about this little maneuver that I'm doing to scroll across the screen as well, since not everybody might be familiar with that.
So it is a bit of a glitch that is exploited in most Zelda 1 speedruns. They're not necessarily it's not a required thing, and like you don't have to know how to screen scroll to be able to play a randomizer. It just kind of facilitates things.
Yep. I should also probably note that I think I lied, and the potion shop actually was randomized. I might have gotten that mixed up, so never mind, I lied.
Well, we'll find out. More will be revealed.
Yeah, extra randomization never hurts, right?
Exactly. You know, if anybody in chat might ask what is randomized, the answer is yes.
Okay. Want to point out here, this is a store, a very special store that only has one item and is also set up so that when you go back into it, it's now not purchasable anymore. So that's a way, because of some limitations in the game, it makes it possible to get a incremental upgrade item like hearts, which incrementally upgrade, to be in a store for purchase without making the other items in the store inaccessible for purchase. So just want to point that out as another.
Absolutely, and if an incremental item was available in a regular shop, it would break the game. So because if there was an incremental item that you could just buy over and over and over again, you'd end up with some very interesting looking sword upgrades that I think I played around with one and I bought like 4 sword upgrades in an early version of the rando, and it was like the beam of the sword did absolutely nothing.
Question, are these hints vanilla? Let's buy one and find out. Ooh. Okay, so the answer is no. Okay, so we have a raft in level 2. And I guess let's buy one more. I don't want to use up all my money here. A tool for archery. Well, we already knew that. It's talking about the bow. But good to know.
Would have been good to know, but we already know that.
Yeah, old news.
Yep. But yeah, a hugely incremented sword ended up being like where the sword itself did like 12 damage and the beam did 0. Interesting things to see. Development, as always, you know, it's got its moments of like, you know, you run into bugs like that and you decide whether to fix the bugs or, again, turn them into features like Bethesda.
Yep. And speaking of folks who find bugs, I want to give a special shout out to all of the folks who have been doing play testing for me, because there's absolutely no way I would be anywhere near as far along with this randomizer as I am without all their help. And particularly want to give a shout out to Sinistral, who's been doing an incredible amount of play testing for me. And I'm not sure if they could be in chat right now, but just wanted to make sure to give Sinistral an extra shout out. Yeah.
Absolutely. He has been extremely pivotal to development here. And what Tetra just did with the ladder there was a world wrap. So the basis of screen scrolling, I got distracted talking about while I was talking about that before. The basis of screen scrolling is if you position your character exactly 5 pixels from the edge of the screen, and you tap perpendicularly, so either up or down, for exactly 1 frame, you'll see that your sprite will do a 180 instead of turning up or down. And from there, you can walk off the screen and you will appear on the other side of the screen. And there are a lot of other ways to utilize pixel and frame placement to clip into blocks in dungeons, to do ladder clips, which you saw as part of the world wrap. And the reason why the world wrap happens is because when you go all the way off the screen to the left, to the west of Hyrule, there's technically no screen west of it, so it swings it all the way around, and you go to the easternmost area. And so, we did have our final incremented swords. We do have the magical sword now.
Yeah, the hint shop kind of spoiled that one, unfortunately. But yeah, hey, no spoilers in chat, folks.
Rule 1: no spoilers, no backseat gaming, right?
I suppose. So we'll turn in the key here. And looks like we're getting pretty close to the boss of the level.
Yeah, it looks like 2 more screens at this point.
Yeah.
And apologies to any slight delay in my commentary. I am watching this through RTMP. So I might have a slight time delay. And we have a banana in... we've got... Are those arrows?
Those are arrows. And the Triforce. All right. Excellent. And we got a clue about a banana. It is Wolfman. It's just a slightly different sprite because of the sprite set difference. All right. So now that we have that, I'm guessing what the logic is intending us to do is probably... Well, let me... I'm debating whether or not to chuck on the candle, but I think first what I'll do is go back into level 2, which I believe was the one with the Goma, where we were blocked before.
Yes, that is correct.
So I have a feeling the intended logic is to basically get the bow from 8, combine it with the arrow from 1, and then go to level 2. You folks all got that in chat? Hopefully.
Yes, some might refer to that as a chain reaction seed. Again, we like to have some degree of linearity, so it's not just like find all of the necessary items in the first dungeon and a half, which could happen, but is a lot less likely with this setup.
Yeah, that is true. Oh, we got a bomb hole.
And one thing that I do have a question about, I'm not sure in the latest version of the randomizer, but throughout development, the boomerang, or the banana as we like to call it, is not incremented, even though 2 of them show up.
That is correct. That's on my list of bugs that some people would argue are features, so I haven't been super quick to fix that one.
Yeah, a lot of people vastly prefer the magical boomerang prefer the wooden boomerang over the magical boomerang.
Yeah, think of it like when you're...
Metal.
Yeah, think of it when you're just sort of trying to get something done, and then your computer's like, hey, would you like to upgrade to the next a security patch of something that you don't even use, and you're like, no, I kind of want to actually finish what I'm doing, and it's sort of an upgrade that is not an upgrade.
Yeah, the magical boomerang crosses. Okay, underneath a lake, so the recorder.
Okay, so that's gonna be vanilla level 7, it looks like. Okay.
Yes. And if the recorder wasn't already required to get through level 8, then it would definitely be required now to get into level 3.
Yeah.
The boss dropped the Triforce, but we are going to check the compass item first, and we get the raft,
Right.
as the hint said.
Yep. Now, I think we also need a stairway item from level 2 as well.
Yes.
Okay, know about that one. It might be in this one room that I neglected.
Yeah, there was an orphaned room.
Yeah. Shoot, I should have done that before, but let's go and backtrack now. I'll kill those bunnies for kicks.
Yeah, just for fun.
Incentive.
Yeah. And by the way, if you have any announcements or donations, now would be an excellent time for them.
Any?
If you don't, that's okay too. I just wanted to give you a chance to interrupt.
I've been rambling for the past 35 minutes, so...
I was thinking of giving you a break. So we do have a couple of incentives that have not been filled yet for today. We do have the Newtopia incentive, where it's upgrading the run to a 100% run. That we're currently sitting at $144.50 out of $300. So please donate towards that 100% run. We also have some bid wars going on, and these bid wars will be ending at the end of this current run for Zelda 2, where you get to choose the sprites for the runners to run with. We have the top 2 so far is Glitch Witch sprite and the Skin Lord sprite. If you are not okay with any of these sprites, please donate so you can get stuff like the Hoodie Link, or Lady Link, or Zelda as your wife. Please, the Zelda. And remember that all proceeds do go towards the Extra Life charity, which is the Alberta Children's Hospital Foundation.
All right, excellent.
Those are some fun donations, and we can definitely pull some things in order. And I don't know. In the interest of some more girl power, like the Marin sprite here, I would love to see Zelda played in Zelda 2. So let's make that happen.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like a great great incentive to meet, and I'd love to see Meg and Sparko both be able to play with their preferred sprites. So yeah. Oh yeah, wanted to point out that someone in chat commented about the flashing when you pick up the Triforce being gone. That is correct, and a cool thing about that. All right, with 6 hearts, I think I'm also gonna just do a check for the candle. Hopefully I'll be able to pick that up since there aren't too many other places I can go right now. But want to point out that both the flashing when you pick up a Triforce as well as flashing when you detonate a bomb is removed. So that definitely makes the game more accessible to folks who have sensitivity to bright flashes. So I'm kind of happy that that's in there to make the game more accessible.
Absolutely. And I mean, that's also something that Nintendo themselves has done. Speaking of Zelda 2, the remake or the port of it that went to the Game Boy Advance actually had the Death Flash completely removed. Because that was some Cyber Soldier Porygon level flashing in that.
Oh, not my lucky day.
You lost 40 both times you gambled.
That's true. Well, at least I had some other good things happen today, so won't complain. Speaking of that, vanilla hints, we already knew about this one, so
Darn.
Yeah,
I think those might be the exact same hints as in the cheaper shop.
that's kind of what I'm thinking too. So I'm not going to waste any more money on them.
That is a good plan. Also, I just realized that the white sword item was in the white sword cave. Nice rando. And we
Oh,
find
yeah.
level 6, or puppy 6, I guess.
Okay, 7 has the... I'll just mark it as the book since we don't have a potion prescription
Yeah,
or letter.
there's not an item yet for the letter, or there's not an icon yet for the letter in Z Helper, and there's not an icon yet for the bait. Which is something that we will probably see at some point.
Yeah. Alright, let's see what's in here. Something good, something good, something good. Oh, transport staircase. Alright.
I mean, yeah, something good. Just
Well,
if you leave, remember that it's here.
yes, I will do that. Thank you.
I'm giving a very cheesy, sarcastic smile right now that you can't see, because I love you.
Aw. It's, I've kind of been getting used to, like, with folks wearing masks all the time, not being able to know exactly what they're doing behind their, smiling or sticking their tongue out at me, stuff like that.
You learn to hear it in their voices, you know.
Mhm.
Working customer service will also do that.
I can imagine. I do not envy that job one bit. Anyway, so back to Hyrule for a sec. I found a ladder block here, so hopefully can make some more progression where I was once, or would have been ladder blocked if I had tried to come in here earlier.
And that ladder block again is a linear kind of placement. The rest of the dungeon cannot be accessed without the ladder, and it was designed to be that way.
Yep. And I kind of like that because it sort of makes the logic flow of the seeds more interesting, so that you can't just sort of waltz in and also if you do it since there are only I think 2 levels at this point that actually do have ladder blocks in them, it doesn't make it feel like other randomizers where the ladder is sort of the linchpin of the seed. Here, you have different progression items that can block things, and there isn't really one, the first person to get this wins type of item. Ooh, name that inkblot.
That, oh man. That is a sleeping turtle.
Oh, that's a really good suggestion in chat from Wolfman, a cap.
Yeah.
I can see that. Ooh, recorder or ocarina.
That is very good. So now Tetra can finish level 8 and enter level 3.
Yeah. Now the only tricky thing is that I didn't pick up the stairway item in level 6 yet. So, do you think I should gamble on it and come back? Oh, did it have a floor drop?
I would come back to it.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
Because you've got level 3 to explore, you've got level 8 to finish exploring.
Yeah, and Puppy 4 here. 4. Yep. Oh.
So there's plenty to do before needing to go back.
Yeah, just leave it up to the Wizrobes.
Good old Uncle Wizzy.
I
had a Facebook memory pop up this morning actually that was about Wizrobes.
Oh really?
Yeah, around
Tell
this time last
it.
year was when I was first learning how to speedrun Vanilla Zelda 1. And it was something to the effect of I hate level 6. I hate Wizrobes.
I can't imagine why.
I can't quote it exactly because we are in a marathon, but I will leave that up to the imagination.
Yep, I'd invite anyone to spam their Skyroot emote in chat if they have that.
A lot of the item staircase rooms have the blocks colored a little bit differently, is something that I've noticed as well.
Mhm.
And speaking of sky emotes, if anybody can spam sky love.
Yep, you gotta have heart. So to tell the truth about that, that was something that I put in kind of more as a something to make testing easier, so that I knew which. Oh, 3 has a ring. Ooh, that's good to
That
know.
would be good. And
Oh
you already got the.
no! We have a hungry
Oof.
whiz robe. Darn it. Well,
So as I mentioned the bait before, there is a block here that you see where there is a monster that wants food. If for those who have played vanilla, the hungry Guria shows up in level 7, the Grumble Grumble, as some may just refer to him. And you have to give him bait before you can progress to the rest of the dungeon, and that appears to be the same in level 4 in the seed.
man, striking out again with the money-taking game, as I'm going to rename it.
That is one of the community titles of it, isn't it?
Hmm. Well, to be fair,
One of
that was
the
the one that I put in, but I'm part of the community, right? Technically.
exactly. You are indeed
Actually,
part of the community.
I'll let's scroll through the desert and
Yeah, we've got the Eastern Forest.
yeah, East Candle Row, as opposed to the one
Yes.
around the lake.
And as far as the overworld,
whoops.
yes, that's always fun. With the blue candle, you miss the bush. You have to leave the screen and come back. We've almost completely full cleared the overworld. There are a few more burn bushes left and the power bracelet spots. I don't think we found all of the dungeons yet. I don't think we've seen 5 or 7.
Oh, actually, we have.
Oh. Well, speak of the devil. Hello, puppy.
Puppy 5. Let's see. Are you a push block? No, you are not. But yeah, we're making some progress through. Unfortunately, I may not have the key to progress yet.
Hopefully these grabby hands will drop it.
Nope, looks like I'm gonna have to look a little bit more carefully for it.
Magic bomb hole is the likely candidate.
Or it could just be sitting on the floor randomly.
Oh, yeah, that happens too.
Occasionally.
Yes.
But hopefully folks are enjoying this. If nothing else, it's a different randomizer experience than you might get from other Z1 randomizers. So, another thing I want to point out that makes this a little bit different than other Z1 randomizers, it is completely 100% open source, which means that anyone who with the programming knowledge who wants to can contribute code, features, and view exactly how it works, which I personally feel is very important to keeping a community randomizer code base. But oh, here's a wall master. I'm trying to talk about open source software and play at the same time, which is kind of setting me up for disaster. Let me just double check to make sure this wasn't a push. No.
Yeah, everybody who has that knowledge is free to edit, submit ideas. We have just about, we have reached a point where it has been launched, so you can find this online. And It's also a web-based randomizer, much like the Ocarina of Time randomizer that people might be familiar with. So there's no program or app that you need to download. You just go to the website and upload your ROM, pick your settings, and randomize it.
Yep, pretty
And
much.
this should be an item room, based on
Hopefully.
the block colors.
Let's see. Oh, it's going to be the red candle, effectively.
Also, this ink blot, I'm gonna call it the Buster Sword.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a bloated number 4, sort of. Or like
I see that.
a little,
Yeah.
kind of. Well, maybe not. But
I
either
just
way,
see Cloud Sword from Final Fantasy VII, but on its side.
I mean, that's sort of the thing about these shapes, that you could definitely, you know, have multiple correct answers. It's all in the eye of the beholder.
Exactly.
Come on. There's the key.
Good old-fashioned troll dongos.
Are there any other randomizer features that we haven't talked about yet that we should mention? I'm trying to think.
Let's see. Incremental upgrades. Complete item randomization.
Oops. Nope.
Linear-esque dungeon exploration.
Yep.
Pretty much every item can be important. Shoutouts to Doritos.
And silvers.
Ah, yes, there we go.
All right.
Let's see. The number of items and locations of items in dungeons. I think we've covered just about all of the distinguishing features. If there are any donations or announcements that would like to be discussed.
Alrighty. Well, I'm gonna be checking out a couple more burn spots over in the east part of the forest. And then I think I might need to go into level 3, because 4 we're still bait blocked on, right?
That is correct.
6 I finished. Did I get the Triforce from 6? I want to say I did.
Yes.
Yeah, I just didn't mark it in my handy dandy tracker.
And something that we have not seen yet, you may have noticed that I'm referring to the compass item rather than the Triforce item. It is because that's where the compass points to, is an item that is part of the pool. So in this randomizer, you can find a Triforce piece in a basement. We haven't come across one yet, but it is a possibility. And it feels like it always happens, like if a stairway's in the first couple rooms of a dungeon, then it's gonna be a Triforce.
Probably. I got a new controller recently, so I'm having to do the one frame tap. Sometimes makes a little clicky noise. So if you're hearing that in the background, that's what's going on there.
And now we've come across all of the door repairs that we've missed.
Of course. Okay, so my money management hasn't been super great this seed, but I was able to make the ladder affordable, so kind of.
You several times played money managing game and got managed.
Yep. And if nothing else, there's always money in the banana stand, right?
Absolutely. Shoutouts to Arrested Development.
Banana, take a buck. banana, find level 7.
Ah,
Okay.
that's almost, that screen in the Deadwoods looks almost like the vanilla Second Quest 7 screen.
Yeah, kinda. This
I'm
is
going to say almost because not quite.
yeah, this palette is what I call my it's not easy being green palette.
I'm envious.
Destroy. Is there time?
Go for it.
A quick readout?
Of
Okay.
course.
Yay,
Go
thank
for
you. So we do still have incentives that are still up that I would love to see met. We incentive for up to 100%. Still at we also have right. Still look at the top two on the glitch. See that Zelda or Lady Link? Interesting. But please donate. All proceeds of donations do go towards Extra Life Charity Children's Hospital, where the funds donate kids.
Okay, great. I didn't
Thank you
I
very
don't know
much.
if I was able to quite hear all of that because it sort of cut out a little bit on me, so maybe if you could repeat the last little bit at least.
Oh, oops. So, should I just say the whole thing again, just in case?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sounds like you were having some push-to-talk issues.
It might also just been the internet is being wonky again.
Uh-oh.
Little internet issues.
Is your roommate
You are
microwaving something
a heck
again?
of a lot clearer now, though.
If someone is using the mic, is my voice?
It's still a little bit in and out.
But in all seriousness, microwaving something nearby can actually interfere with wireless.
Radio waves are interesting. And as the hint said, that is the letter that was found here in level 7, which the shape looks vaguely like a vanilla First Quest 7, but like
Kinda, yeah.
with some plastic surgery.
Alright, so we might have a bomb hole situation here. What do you know?
The hole has been bombed.
Alright, so this looks like it's going to be the second stairway item for 7. So something else to note is that unlike in vanilla and other Z1 randomizers, we actually have one stairway item in levels 1 through 6 and then 2 in 7 through 9. It looks like this is going to be where the Triforce is. I'm going to go ahead and pick this up for now. So this means I'm going to have to come back through the level and do a little bit of backtracking.
Which is totally fine. It's worth it. This way you wouldn't have to backtrack all the way back to the Triforce. Which shoutouts to Doritos.
Yep.
Shoutouts to Sinistral.
But I think I'm in go mode except for the bait, if I'm not mistaken. So
Yes.
So I'm gonna
That
try
is
to.
correct.
I'm gonna gamble that it might be in level 3.
Yeah, we haven't seen any of the items in 3 yet.
Alright.
And another feature that has been played with throughout development is the idea of certain weapons blocks Like there have been a couple of seeds that we've tested out where certain enemies can only be killed by fire or only be killed by the boomerang. And it makes for, again, more required exploration, as well as some more interesting and difficult battles. The weapon requirement that we were testing out for Manhandla was actually the wand. And fighting Manhandla with a wand is a trip.
Mm-hmm.
Also, shoutouts to One-Headed Gleeok.
All right, so here's our ring upgrade, or our Guardian Acorn upgrade that we were promised. So
I
now,
thought the Guardian Acorn was the blue tunic. I thought the red tunic was the piece of power.
yeah, technically you're right, but because of the way Z1 works and the colors and palettes and stuff, it's a red acorn. So, yeah, we already know that, Al. Thank you for telling us about the Melody Maker. We already needed to enter this dungeon.
Isn't that the fun part?
Yeah.
This level has an item that you needed to get into this dungeon in the first place.
Yeah, I guess it's one of those things where I'm sort of going through a mixed reaction because, like, as I'm playing it, that is kind of annoying, and I'm like, oh yeah, that is kind of annoying. But at the same time, I know how much coding I would need to change in order to avoid something like that from happening. So I'm like, oh, but I don't want to. So it's a little bit of a kind of weird mixed bag there.
It's all. I mean, sometimes you just have to laugh at the irony.
Yeah. Absolutely true. Alright, let's go through here and hopefully I can find... Oh, here we go.
And nothing is more fun than playing a different randomizer and getting a hint that the compass is guarded by Zelda.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright, so what do we have here? We're down to 4 and 8. 4 I'm still...
4 you're still bait blocked.
8 there's going to be more items, so I think my play is probably going to be...
Well, 8, 8 you were dig dogger blocked and you have the recorder now.
Right.
Whereas 4 you were bait blocked and you still don't have the bait.
Yes, that is correct. So what I think I'm going to do is, I don't really have a good whistle point to get up to level 8, so I'm just going to... Actually, 5 would have been better, but that's fine. Not the end of the world. So I'm just going to hook it back up to level 8, and we'll check for the rest of the items there. And hopefully we'll find the bait in 8. No rhyme intended.
If not, then that means a trip back through a couple other dungeons, which at this point would just be 5 and 7.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. Oh, the other place it could be, I'm realizing, is it could be in a potion shop now that I have the letter.
You are not wrong.
So remind me to go take a trip by the potion shop at some point.
45 minutes ago I talked about how that was an awesome new feature, and now I completely forgot it existed. Which, another really nice thing about the potion shop is if you have the letter, and you already have a potion in your inventory, in most cases you would have to drink the potion to show the letter to the shopkeeper.
I think I got this already. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that was where the boat was. Okay, good.
You'd have to drink the potion to show the letter to the shopkeeper to buy another potion. In this randomizer, you don't have to do that. Just owning the letter, as soon as you walk in, it'll unlock the shop. which is pretty cool to see.
Yeah, and it actually was a very easy code change to make, so yeah.
Yeah, I just want to say for everyone again, please give a huge, if this were an in-person marathon, I'd say give a round of applause, but just a huge shout out to Tetraly for all of the amazing work in coding that she's done for this randomizer and the show that she's putting on for us right now.
Aw, shucks, thank you.
This entire thing would not be possible without you.
Alright, so now let's go take care of that dig dogger that we were blocked on before. And I'll pick up this
Taken care of. It's funny that you're fighting Landmolas there. Or no. You're fighting Moldorms there.
Mm-hmm.
But with the Link's Awakening sprites, and in, I believe it was Link to the Past, which Link's Awakening came after Link to the Past, Moldorms and Landmolas switched names.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So the slow, chunky, centipede, segmented-looking guys that Tetraly was fighting just now, they are Landmolas in this game, but in subsequent games are Moldorms. Or no, other way around. Sorry. No, yes, that was correct.
All right.
I'm just confusing myself.
So we just found the cane of... Is that Samaria or the other one? I always get them mixed up, but whatever. Some cane.
It's in the shape of a question mark, and I'm having a confused ramble right now, so it's...
Yeah.
Should have had a good time.
I mean, it's the Z11, basically, but yeah.
Yeah. It is personally my favorite item in Z1. Nothing like having a permanent beam that works on almost every enemy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some exceptions apply. Alright, so that's the heart container, and then... not getting any... Alright, so unfortunately that means I think I'm gonna have to dip back into either 4 or 6. Right?
Or a potion shop.
Or a potion shop.
Which there's one on the start screen, if I remember correctly.
Oh yeah, you're right. Let's do that. And actually, I'm just gonna up a save to be on the safe side.
Saving is always important.
Side effects may include extended refill times. Wow, that is very apropos. Okay,
Indeed.
so unfortunately that wasn't just another heart container, and an expensive one at that. So,
yeah, and a ferry that can be bought. That's another thing that is.
Oh yeah, I should have showed that.
Here.
Let me show that off quickly, because that's actually kind of cool.
Just like the Heart of Shame exists in a lot of shops,
Yeah.
It has been coded where you can buy a fairy to heal yourself 3 hearts rather than just the 1 heart. And has to make you wonder how fairies heal your health like that, you know?
Yeah, I think this is a PG stream, so we won't get into any of those details.
It's magic. That's all that matters.
Magic, yes. We'll go with that. Oh wait, this is a dark nut, so it's not gonna die as easily. Alright, let's see if we can find the missing item here.
This should be it. I think this is the only room that you haven't explored yet.
Hopefully. Let's find out. Okay. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Drum roll, please.
Moment of truth.
It's a power bracelet, which I don't think is required, but I'm gonna pick up just in case there's something I forgot about. All
And
right.
we've seen all the different kinds of shops, right? So
Yeah.
there's no way that the bait can be anywhere
Could it?
else.
Hmm. Let's see. Could it be in level 4, but before the break, maybe?
I don't think
No.
so, given the fact that you found the ladder item already.
Right.
So it's gonna have to be in 7.
Yeah, I think you're right. Oh well. So I guess we'll have to hoof it back over to level. So, oh, actually, I got the Triforce for it, but I think it'll probably take me longer to figure out how many toots it takes to get over there than to just hoof it. So here we go.
Sense. I think 7 was the level where the Triforce was in the basement as well.
Okay, got it. But keep in mind there's 2 basement items in level 7. So we're still going to want to be on the lookout for a second. We've had 1 stairway item, yes, but what about second stairway item?
I
Okay,
think
so
that was the letter. So
right.
wait,
But
was it?
but there's 2 stairway items. We found 1 which was the letter.
That's right.
Yeah.
So the Triforce wasn't in the basement. I'm still confused.
That's okay. It's Hyrule. Even in the original instruction manual, Hyrule is known as a place where you can barely tell left from right. So we'll just go with that. Okay, was this where I found the paper? No, that was the transport staircase. All right, well, then I guess it's probably in the second half of the level. All right, but we're making progress. Don't worry, sometimes things take a little longer than you're hoping for, but it's worth waiting.
Absolutely.
All right, where have I not been? Here, so that's a dead end, unless there's a. I'll just look for bomb holes in case.
Yeah, you've got plenty of bombs to blow up plenty of walls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't worry, this is all fine. Okay.
It's like that that meme with the dog.
Oh yeah, this is fine.
This is fine, and it is
Okay.
Puppy 7.
Yep. So I think this was the paper one, but yes. Okay, so we've definitely found this one. I just want to be thorough to make sure I don't miss something obvious because, you know, heaven knows I've done that before when I'm doing a randomizer and having a lot of folks watch me, so. Alright, so we haven't been further down, so we have. Actually, let me just get out arrows to deal with these folks. Okay, got a key here. But we're definitely going to find that meat and keep on going.
Absolutely. And I'm sure that the key door will end up leading to the item, which will lead us to victory.
Okay, already know that. I think, Dross, it was your idea for the combat guru, right?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah. But yeah, worth pointing out again that all hints are in haiku, which is actually a little bit of a challenge given the space limitations in that each line of text can only have at max 24 characters, and really you want it to be 22 in order to get a space on either side to make it look pretty.
Yeah, fitting 7 syllables into 22 characters is a trip.
It really
for
is.
sure.
Yeah, because you're averaging, what, 3 characters a syllable, which is basically, and that includes spaces, so like, you really do have to make use of a lot of A's and thes and on. want to
And a little
preface.
bit of poetic justice with
Eh.
some words that can be pronounced different ways.
Hey,
Like I think we take poetic license with the word fire a couple times, where
close
we
enough,
pronounce
close
it
enough.
as fire being 2 syllables, or sometimes as fire being 1 syllable.
Close enough, close enough. Alright.
Hey, look, best boss in the game.
This is a little bit of a challenging room to kill a Patra in, but do get a heart container there. Ah, it's the meat. Da 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 da. Alright. Jackpot.
Jackpot. Stockpot.
Alright, finally we are unblocked here.
I think that bait was made from the Patra that you just killed. You killed the
Probably.
Patra, and then you cooked it.
In my head
mean-
canon, that's what it's going to be.
It is the same color. I
You're
think.
right. Yeah, I guess it technically is. Huh. Well, at any rate, let's go and feed the hungry Wizrobe. The very, very rude and hungry Wizrobe.
It's always the Wizrobes.
Seriously. Well, we'll get it out. Okay.
Hopefully you've got the red ring, so Wizrobes are a little bit less of a hassle.
I'll just
And
leave it
0
over there
HP.
for you. Yep. Alright, so where is that pesky boss? Okay, so if that's the key, I bet you it's going to be towards the middle.
Are probably absolutely right there.
Or you use the boss key up here, and then what do we have? Oh, we got danger noodles. Wooga wooga.
The creepypasta. The original Zelda creepypasta. Shout out to Jujutsu. Ben Drowned is a fantastic story.
Indeed. Oh, almost got it in one cycle. Come on, Gohan.
Ah.
Open up. There we go. Okay, I'll pick up this heart container with the hay. And I forget exactly what I put as estimate, but I think we're still in good shape here. So that is going to be the 8th piece of the Triforce, and I'm going to do a little backtracking to get to level 9. And so if you have any donation incentives, donations, announcements, anything like that, now would also be a great time.
Hey.
Let's see what we're up to. Okay, so that's 2. We'll go this way. And I believe level 9 was up here where vanilla level 5 is.
Yes.
Yeah.
We had a handful of levels that were in another level's vanilla location.
I
2
swear
and 3, 3 and 7, 9 and 5.
I swear it's just coincidental. I swear. Alright.
Secretly played Consternation Flags.
Hello, I hope my internet is doing okay.
Your
my
internet is
alright?
doing lovely.
Oh, yes. Okay. Awesome. I will go over our bid incentives again. So we do have 2 upcoming incentives. We have the bid wars going on for Zelda 2. For the sprite, we are still at top 2 for Glitch Witch and Dragon Lord. So if you're looking for any of the other sprites, please donate. And we also have the Newtopia upgrade to 100% run, still at $144.60 out of 300. So please donate. All proceeds do go towards the Alberta Children's Hospital Foundation. And if you're really looking to fill that bar up, we do only have $175 USD remaining to hit our goal of $3,000 USD. So please donate.
Yeah, it's a great cause. I donated a little bit before personally because I wanted to support all the folks in Alberta who really need the money. And I actually did visit last year for Slurpathon in person and was just, as a non-Canadian, just really impressed at how nice and friendly everyone was there. And so it's really an honor to be able to run this for you today.
It looks like our kidnapped is in the tip of the nose of this.
Apparently so.
I would call this Inkblot Dragonite.
Yeah, it's sort of like the profile of maybe like a Triceratops or a Dodongo, kind of. You know, with the little horn nose thingy coming out.
I like that.
Oh, it looks like I need a key to progress, unfortunately, though. Yeah. Or maybe some sort of scary mask for Halloween.
Or a face covering in general.
Oh, yeah, yeah. It's funny because one of the quotes for entry into level 9 actually is, you know, where the old man checks to see if you have your Triforce or not, is mask or face covering required for entry. And by face covering, we really mean the Triforce, but it just seems so apropos given everything going on in the world right now.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I'm going to keep on looking for this key. You can sort of think of this as looking for the boss key in, you know, Link's Awakening or bunnies are cute. Not going to disagree with you there. Unfortunately, that does not help me find what I am looking for.
Yeah, I definitely agree that bunnies are cute. Shoutouts to Crystal Saber.
Yep. And also shoutouts to Shredster, who just raided. Thank you for the raid.
Thank you very, very much.
Thanks, Shredster.
We
also do
raids.
have a donation from Meg for 50 USD. So, so close. $125 USD. Come on, guys, donate. I really want to see that $3,000 goal.
Thank you so much for that donation. Stay awesome.
Thank you, Meg. I really hope it gets met soon. Alright. Let's see. Alright, so... Oh, I need another key, apparently. I'm not paying attention.
Captain Crunch's oops all key doors.
Yeah, we had a couple of oops all Wizrobe seeds, and those were not particularly fun, at least until I got the 0 HP setting.
Oh, absolutely. That's been an absolute godsend.
All hail. Yeah.
All hail indeed.
There's another setting that I'm working on where it's not 0 HP, but it actually subtracts a random amount of HP from an enemy. So it's still random, but guaranteed to be at least no more difficult than vanilla, and sometimes actually easier, or fewer hits required. So I don't have that today yet because it's still a relatively new feature, but hopefully I'll get to show that off at some other point in the future. Looks like up and to the right there might be... No. Must have taken a wrong turn at Albuquerque.
hope not.
Let's see.
I also like how the eye of this dinosaur was where we came into the dungeon.
Yeah, that actually is true. Okay, let's see if I can take a detour around the corner. So how close are we to meeting the sprite incentive?
The sprite incentive is at $144.60 out of 300, so that
Oh,
would
okay.
be 156.40. Or
What
55.
did I do wrong? I feel like I'm missing something obvious, and of course when I have folks virtually looking over my shoulder, I'm kind of... How did I get over? Because the square above me was where we came into the dungeon, right?
Yes.
What am I... I might have just missed...
Heck, this is why I have learned to track level 9.
yeah. Or it
I
might...
used to not, and then I watched Boletta track level 9 extremely well. I'm like, okay, I need to learn how to do that because I always get lost.
Yeah, I probably just forgot to kill the enemies in a room, and it's a drop. Like, right there. Okay, crisis averted.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah.
You don't have to get 80 more rupees.
Yeah, that's nice. Alright, so... Yes, it's true you can buy keys, but what I've been trying to do is sort of set something up similar to other Zelda games where you actually don't buy keys in shops, and there are no chickens in Zelda 1. Well, I beg to differ, actually, because in the sprite hack, the pea-hats kind of look like chickens. Oh, I think I hear a beast. Doo-doo. Here we go.
As they say, here's Ganon!
Boop. All right.
Or in this case, I guess Aghanim.
Yeah, essentially. All right, and there is our princess, so that will be time. And hopefully I came in under estimate. I want to say I estimated like an hour and a half or so.
You estimated an hour and 45
Oh,
minutes.
great,
and
I am...
Your time is an
Whew.
hour and 26 minutes and 46 seconds. So you did real good.
All right. Thank you very much for the GGs, everyone in chat.
So Aki, what did you think of this? Since you're in the booth here with us.
I, as a person who is part of a computer science major, I just love looking at randomizers. I've been following the Ocarina of Time for quite a while. I've never played any of the randomizers, but it's always really interesting to see the amount of effort that's put in to figure out the logic of how to actually get a randomizer working without anything dying. So, like, seeing this and having this actually be like your first marathon run on this randomizer is super awesome. I'm very excited to see how people just take it and run with it.
And I'm so glad that this seed went so smoothly as well. You know, we didn't run into any hiccups or anything. You know, we have been working out a lot of the bugs and playtesting a lot. Again, shout outs to Sinistral. Like, you've been an amazing asset to this team.
Seriously, Sinistral, I cannot +1 that enough.
It's great that we did not run into any of the bugs that we've been finding, or any new bugs.
I mean, that's part of development. You create bugs, you fix them, you add new features, you add new bugs. So, ah,
Fix
well,
one bug, find 99 more.
Yep.
pretty much. All right. Well, I think we can wrap up at this point. But thank you for everyone at Slurpathon for giving me the platform to show off my big pandemic project. And thank you all for watching. Really, really appreciate the support.
Yeah, thank you so
Yeah.
much again for all of your time and work on this. Tetraly and Dracia, just the 2 hours and getting it all done, and it was a very fun run to watch.
Thank you very much. And Tetra, thank you for having me on your couch tonight.
So we're going to be wrapping up, then we will be back in a bit. There are still a couple of more incentives still. Last minute ditch efforts for the Zelda 2 sprite bid wars. If there's any sprites that you're looking for, check out our incentives list. And please donate. We actually have a couple of new ones. So the top 2 right now are the I believe that is the Lady Link and the Glitch Witch is at the top 2 for Zelda 2 sprite. If those are the ones you are not agreeing with, then donate and see the one that you actually want. And we are still looking for the Newtopia incentive to be upgraded to 100% as well, so please donate. All of proceeds do go to the Alberta Children's Hospital Foundation. See you around in a bit.